Hello, welcome to MS-UK's vlogcast. I think that's what they're being called. Welcome to our video about online communities. What we want to talk about is how you can make new connections, you can share and gain valued insights, and you can get and give peer support. So we're going to look at the various ways we can do this. Some of these places, these online communities, you're going to feel really at home straight away, and then that's great. Other places, not so much. So in that respect, they're much like any other pub or cafe that you might come across, really. Each one has got its own tone, its own feel, and some of those are going to be right for you, and some of those aren't. That's okay. There's plenty of options. So what we're going to hope to do today is kind of make sure that you know some of those options. Let's think about, first of all, forums. So web-based forums have been around for years, very, very popular. Just about every single subject you can ever think of, there's going to be a forum on. Well, there's plenty of multiple sclerosis specific forums too. One good advantage of these is that you don't necessarily have to be a member to view the content. However, if you want to join and you want to contribute to the conversations, you're likely going to have to sign up to. You can have a degree of anonymity over this because you'll be able to sign up with a username and use an avatar, so it doesn't necessarily directly appear that it's connected to you. So which ones are we looking at? Well, I don't want this to seem like top of the pops, and it's not a countdown per se. So in no particular order, we're going to run through some of the ones that we've highlighted. So the MS Society, their community, their online forum, is a really good place. In terms of the size and scope, there's threads on just about every topic. There's some fun stuff. There's really interesting and varied across the board like topics that are covered on the forum, and it's worth having a look at, certainly. Then there's Shift.ms. Now, Shift has been around for 10 years or more, but yet is still viewed as one of the younger organisations, and I think that's because it largely aims itself at the younger demographic of people affected by MS. It's got a very social media-like feel to it. It's not just a singular platform, so just its forum. They also have a lot of resources in terms of their digital content, so lots of YouTube videos directly from MSers asking the questions that are important to MSers. They also have other digital services too, so they're really worth a look for connecting with people digitally. Then we've got two of the more established and longer standing independent forums. So MS World is, as the name suggests, a worldwide forum, so with members from across the globe. Now, there is in here an absolute wealth of collective experience. So it's worth having a nosy at, it's worth seeing what's there. Some of the stuff won't be massively specific to you because it might be talking about the services that are local to them. However, to gain some of that shared experience, it's a good place to be. And the same with MS People UK. This is one of the longest standing forums, MS specific forums that's around. It's not perhaps as busy as it once was. It is still a very welcoming place and still active. They still have a lot of discussion and a lot of support on offer. Then there's other forums that are not necessarily MS specific, but may be useful to those around us, really. So Carers UK, which aims to support family carers, has a very busy and active forum. Really useful. They have lots of sub-threads. They talk a lot about carers' rights. They'll highlight issues and give everybody a platform to be able to voice what they need to. So then that's looking at some of the forums that are available. There are many others, we know. If you use one and you think it's particularly good, then do let us know. Hit us up, drop us a comment underneath. We'd love to sort of engage in that conversation, really, but we wanted to highlight those few that we thought were of note. Then we can come down to sort of social media and Facebook groups. Now, Facebook groups have a kind of advantage in some ways because a lot of us are already using social media. It puts some of that stuff all in one place. But there are also some things and some considerations to think about, which I will come to in our next video. But let's look at some of the Facebook groups that are out there that are particularly useful. So the MS Trust has a Facebook group. It's really useful. It must be said that in terms of sort of privacy or knowing what you want to share, you need to be aware that this group is an open group. So other people may be able to view what you post in there. But it being the group of a national charity, it couldn't really not be open. And a lot of the time, that doesn't really matter because the support that's on offer is incredibly valuable, and it's administrated and moderated by the fantastic information team from the MS Trust, who will chime in and pipe up and drop people sort of specific messages on there and respond to inquiries. So there's a lot of information and support that flows through that group. It's well worth a look. Then there's MS Troopers. Now this is a community-run group, very, very active. Lots of people using it on a regular basis. There's some fun stuff and lots of MS stuff, obviously, but it's a good supportive group for people with that kind of attitude, relating, generally to the name MS Troopers. We're going through this battle and we're doing this, so they've got that very positive outlook on things. Then there's some others that are kind of like a little bit more specific, actually. So for instance, MS and Work is a Facebook group that is specifically, as the name suggests, about MS and work. The group is run by Rebecca. It is very supportive. There's an amazing amount of collective knowledge there, and also Rebecca is able to offer specific advice around the world of work. This is a closed group, so it's not something that everybody else will be able to see when you post in. Then we've also got a group called Mums, with a capital M, small u, and then the MS at the end. Now, this is a group for as the name suggests again, mums with MS. Really, I'm led to believe a very useful resource should that be should you be a young mum, perhaps. Then we have Ladies with Lesions. Ladies with Lesions is quite a big group. My understanding, again, is that it's something that's very valued by the community and the people that use it. But should you be a lady living with MS, I'm led to believe that this is a resource for you. Now, as well as those groups that we've highlighted there and talked a little bit about, there's others, loads more, so many more. A lot of them are very specific. So there's groups on HSCT, so stem cell treatments, all the other medications that you can possibly think of. There are groups set up to support people around those. There's groups around diet. There's groups around exercise. There's a real range of groups. Should you want us to be able to sort of send you some information around that, please do drop the helpline a message should you need a link to them if you're struggling to find them yourself. We'll happily do that. But yeah, there's so many out there. They're really, really useful. It must be said that MS-UK itself does not have a Facebook group. We felt that we'd be reinventing the wheel a little because there is so many good resources out there. But yeah, do make use of some of these that are there. So there are other options too. So not just forums, not just Facebook. Perhaps you can be a blogger, or you may already be a blogger, because the real communities and supportive networks sort of emerge around blogging. And some of the blogging sites, like Tumblr, so it's TUMBLR, that is kind of a mixture of blogging and social media in itself. And actually that has a real presence from the MS community on Tumblr. Worth having a look. And the same with Reddit, REDDIT. That is essentially like a forum in itself and has lots of subthreads and subreddits. And there, on the subreddit that is there around multiple sclerosis, there is a huge amount of users and a lot of activity. It's worth having a nose at if you haven't seen it before. It must be said that a lot of the users are from the United States of America. Also, there's a lot of online support groups via Zoom and the like that have been popping up lately. And long may they last, if you ask me. Now, a lot of these have come out of some other smaller groups that may have been physical groups that met before the pandemic. I hope that these kind of things will carry on. If you want to find out where your local one is, or if there is one that you can join, it would be worth dropping your local therapy centre or your regional therapy centre a message, or possibly contacting your local branch lead for the MS Society branch that's nearest to you. I hope that's all really useful. I hope there's some bits in there that you can take away and kind of get behind. In our next video that we'll be bringing up, we're going to be looking at making some of that online support work for you with perhaps a few hints and tips. I'd like to sort of ask that you like and share the video, subscribe to all our channels and sign up to our newsletter. It's a really great way of keeping in touch with everything that's going on. And I'd like to end by sort of saying that remember that we're here if needed with the wealth of support that MS-UK has on offer. Don't forget that we have our online exercise videos and online wellness support options, really. We've got our counselling services, both the standard counselling and now the single session therapy as well. We also have all the information on our website, including the web page that will be hosting these videos. We have our choices booklets that cover a whole range of MS related issues and things that you may need to know. We have New Pathways, your multiple sclerosis magazine of choice. It's largely written by people with MS for people with MS. If you would like a copy or you'd like to know more, drop us a line. And lastly, there's the helpline, which is where myself and Laura work, and we're here Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and we're always happy to hear from you. Thank you for your time, and I hope you get on with it, and I hope that you're doing okay.